Scarlet Letter channel. I'm Estrella and I would like to invite you to come draw with me. Last episode we went over value, form, and space into the grisette for our drawing. This episode we'll be wrapping up our series on the elements of art with color and texture. Color is one of the main ways we perceive light, as it's reflected and absorbed by various materials, including our pencils. There is, however, a big difference between pigments and lights. They don't behave the same way. If you're doing this on a computer, which is a possibility I overlooked in previous videos, you're going to be working with the primary colors of light, which are red, blue, and green. As you mix them, they get brighter. If you're working with pigments, like the pencils up here, you're going to be working with something that gets darker as you add to it. And oftentimes more muted, but a little on that later. Texture is how rough, smooth, soft, or hard a surface feels. When drawing, we're attempting to create the illusion of something that has a tactile sensation to it. And sometimes even the medium itself will have a distinctive texture, which is usually what identifies it. If you're using the cheaper pencils, you actually have something of an advantage when rendering certain textures. Because they don't blend as easily, you can render things like fur or velvet with a lot of ease if you have enough control over the strokes in your pencil. While coloring in your drawing, I have a fun question I want you to ask yourself. What happens when you mix purple and green? Colors generally have a range of visual temperatures, cool ones and warm ones. And the only real difference between them is that warm ones tend to have more reds and yellows in their pigment formulations, whereas cool ones have more blues. Warm colors often pop out visually in front, whereas cool colors tend to recede. There are easily a dozen exceptions to this, most notably this background here. You'll notice it's actually a very warm green, but it still recedes into the background, or it will once this drawing is completed. The reason for this has to do with the color's intensity and its value. In the previous video, I mentioned how value is nothing more than how light or dark something is. Dark colors also tend to recede into the background. They help give the illusion of space in a drawing. A color's intensity is just how vivid it is. This isn't a particularly vivid green, it's actually rather dull.